I just want to introduce Ronnie Marshall, the owner of Onstage Dancewear. Hi, Ronnie.
Good morning. Welcome to New York.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say thank you so much for letting us shoot here. And also, Ronnie's been a great friend to the channel Dance with Mary NYC. So the first question I want to ask you is, how did you get your start in dancewear?
Well, actually, I'm not a dancer. This store was opened in 1980 as a hosiery and lingerie store. Old-fashioned, pre-Victoria's Secret's hosiery lingerie store. Back then, in the 80s, there weren't too many dedicated dance shops. The industry was not as big as it is now. So if you wanted to buy a leotard or a pair of tights, you would go to a lingerie store.
How did you segue into dance then?
Within a few years of opening the store, that category was growing and the other category was shrinking, and more dance products were introduced to the marketplace, more brands, fabrics, and the category was growing. And we, about 5 years into opening, I would say around 1985, it was strictly dance.
Oh, okay. So then, I mean, you must have served so many of the dancers here, like any of the companies and the many dancers, from little girls getting her first pair of ballet slippers to New York City ballet principal dancers. All the levels in between. So this is why everybody knows him in New York. How much has your business sort of changed over the years as far as the products that you carry?
Of course, today you have a lot of product. Back then, 80s, 90s, the selection was very limited. We didn't have a lot of the new products that we have here today, like split sole jazz shoes and ballet slippers. Everything was full sole. We did not have convertible tights, just regular tights. There weren't as many leotards and fabrics as there are today. And now it's totally changed. The selection is huge.
I remember taking, I think it must have been a dance skin leotard, and you know how they all have the pinch fronts and the low back. We would cut it and pin it, and then we would hike it up and stitch it and
to
everything.
Get the high leg.
And now they have, like, I'm looking at all
these. Now they have everything.
They have everything. Can you kind of give me an idea of how many items total you carry in the store? I know that's a big number, right?
Thousands.
Thousands.
The racks are full.
Oh my goodness. And you also said, you had told me that you have a storage space also downstairs.
We do.
Too.
So we have a storage room in the back. About a third of this shop is.
So you've got everything. So how many point shoe brands do you carry?
I would say about 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, I mean, compared to some of the other stores, like for example, Freed's carries Freed and Chicot, and
Right.
Capezio only carries Capezio, and Bloch only carries Bloch,
Right.
but you carry a wide range.
So we carry all of those, Capezio and Bloch and Freed, plus many other brands that no one else in New York City carries.
Right, it's like Merlet and
Merlet from
Yeah.
France, Suffolk, Russian Points, Nikolai.
Oh, Nikolai.
Wonderful
yeah,
brands.
Yeah, I love that.
Wonderful brands that no other store in New York carries. Gainer Minden.
Gainer Minden's too?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Gainer.
So you can see he's got a great variety of it. So I know you can't play favorites, but are there some new brands of point shoes that are selling? I mean, I know Nikolai, what I've seen of it, is a really pretty brand.
Nikolai is a very good brand. It's made in Russia. We do very well with it. It's the old Grishko. And of course, we do very well with Suffolks.
I like the Suffolks
and with
too.
Russian Point.
I like Russian Points too. Listen to me, I'm like, and I like this one, and I like that one.
and you can't really play favorite because it's all about the fit.
Yes, that's what I'm like. I don't know if you say this, but I always used to say when the beginners would come in, their parents would be like, "What's the best shoe?" And I'm like, "Whatever fits the
Whatever
foot."
fits.
Yeah, whatever fits.
So we do have many customers coming into the store asking for a particular brand because that's what their friends wear or that's what the teacher suggested. But then when they come to try, they end up with something totally different. It's not about the brand, it's about which shoe fits you perfectly.
So what is something that you would like maybe the dance community to know that maybe they don't know about you and your business?
And the business.
Yeah, and the business.
Well, the Onstage Dancewear in our shop, we're the last independent dance store in Manhattan. So as being independent, we have everything. We have all the brands in dance shoes and dance wear. So when customers come in, they're able to choose among all the brands in the industry. And that's the only store in New York City that offers it right now.
That's true, because like Capezio is Capezio and Bloch is Bloch.
Right.
And then I think Gainer's temporarily
temporarily closed.
Yeah.
Sancha closed.
Sancha closed. I know, that was so.
Fried and
Repetto.
Chakat store closed.
Yeah, Repetto still has a tiny little boutique, but it's not very much.
I thought they closed, but maybe.
The Lincoln Center one, but
Lincoln Center.
yeah,
Nice.
right. And then Chakat, that gorgeous store that I used to work for on 20th.
Beautiful
I walked by
store.
there and it was all papered up. So I was like, oh, so right. So that you're the last independent one. I think that's a really
Right.
important point, and that you can service everybody. And
Everybody.
then
And we also give exposure to many smaller dance manufacturers that cannot get exposures in any other store in New York City. So we're able to offer their products, unique brands.
Right, now there was one thing you had shown me when I was talking to you yesterday. You had shown me, he showed me some of his ordering system for the store.
Right.
And what I thought was so interesting was when a company calls up, like a professional account calls up, he was saying that they don't just order one kind of point shoe, like they don't just order one brand. They can order the point shoe, the tights, the leotards, the spray,
And
the foot
every
spray.
dancer in the company has a preference. One would order Ganaminden, another would order Frieds or
Name any brand.
Suffix or Russian Point, and we're able to fill the whole order by all the brands for all the dancers.
And then as far as the company managers, the people that do the ordering, they are so under the gun all the time that they want something that's just easy. It's like a Broadway show. You know how the designers come in and they're like frantic.
They're working so hard. They have to make costumes and they have to stay there doing the shows. It's a very difficult job. So we make their life easier by just one-stop shop. Otherwise, they'll have to spend hours on the phone and on the computer searching for each and every brand and spec. Yeah. And we fill the whole order A to Z.
Perfect. I wanted to introduce Madison. Madison is one of the fitters here at Onstage. Hi, Madison. Can you tell us a little bit about the brands that you have here on stage? It's kind of amazing. It looks like you really have a lot.
Yes, so I pulled for us today each of the brands that we carry in the store, and then within each of these brands we carry about 4 different styles. So for example, Suffolk here, this is going to be the silhouette shoe. We also carry the Sterling, the Stellar, and the Sonnet in this shoe.
So I guess one of the things, since it's a point shoe channel, we've got to talk about the fact that you not only carry this many vendors, you also have the different styles within it.
So we kind of keep stock of what teacher likes what kinds of shoes.
So like for example, School of American Ballet, they wouldn't want a Russian point.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with this brand. I actually really like this brand. It's just it's not going to work for them. Whereas like an ABT school student might want to wear this shoe because they really need something sturdy for all those releves and such that they're doing. The balancing dancers just need to get up, down really quickly. So that's really great. How has the pandemic affected the fittings?
So it's been a lot of people coming in and they need a new shoe because the strength of their foot has changed.
Right, or they grow, or they've
Yes.
like all of a sudden I grew 3 sizes during during the lockdown. You're like, okay, so we got to refit you. It's amazing. So Madison, I just want to say thank you for talking to us, and I think you've got the biggest thing I think is key about a point shoe fitter is passion. You've got passion and excitement for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed that visit to Onstage Dancewear. Don't forget to visit them on Madison Avenue. And now for me, I'm going to go try on all that great stuff that I bought. But just don't tell my husband. Thanks for watching.